What's up? Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Kenan here. It is a beautiful day in South Florida. It is a fun time to do a hangout. I'm just minimizing windows on my laptop so I can see everybody's questions and chats and all the good stuff that we have going on. If you are just joining us and you can't see anything, refresh the feed. Yeah, man, chilling. Daniel Nix, hey, what's up, brother? Alan, Tans guy, hey, hello. So yeah, I just got done with my Patreon live, which is a more intimate live chat. There was only 5 people on this one, but we have space for up to 20 people. So if you would like to become a Patreon supporter, go to patreon.com/Kamp Kenan and find out the level. Just, you can go ahead and hang out with me live prior to once a month on our live channel. It's more chill. It's just us yapping. I answered a lot of questions about tortoise tables and so on. Now I'll try and get to all your guys' questions and shout outs and everything like that. Jad, I'm doing good, man. So I got a couple animals I'll show you here today. Pretty mellow today here around the camp, as you can imagine. I want to make sure that I am ready for some serious eating here at Kate's family's house. If you're ever going to date a girl, make sure she's Italian so you can eat well. I'm very excited about this Thanksgiving I got going on. There's a lot of questions going up. A lot of people. John Gonzalez, hey, what's up? Hey, John, what's up, Jono? Happy Thanksgiving to you too, my friend. And miss you, buddy. I'm going to get to see you soon for sure. That's my buddy I do a lot of singing with. So what a crazy couple weeks I've had. My gosh. We went to Arizona. We went to the Turtle and Tortoise Preservation Group meeting, which is always incredible. Got to see my buddy Drew Reinhardt, James Badman, Kurt Edwards, Andy Denault from Disney's Animal Kingdom. It's a really cool spot where hobbyists, scientists, biologists, like conservation biologists, and just everyone that's involved in turtles, they get together and we share ideas. We listen to talks. I learned some stuff that I'm going to pass along to you from my friend Doug Dix. He gave a great talk on Indian star tortoises. We're going to actually go visit him, and we're going to do a whole episode on Indian star tortoises from his house because he does it indoors here in Florida, and he uses some really cool mulch that I'm going to be purchasing. So I'm pretty excited about doing that episode. That's coming in a few weeks. But Arizona was nuts. We visited the Phoenix Herpetological Society, which is a nonprofit reptile rescue in the desert. They've got almost all 23 species of crocodilian. They've got big lizards, tons of tortoises, lots of venomous snakes. It was awesome. Guys, I just have to remind you about Patreon. I hope I'm not bugging you, but the Patreon is so important to keeping Kamp Kenan going. If you guys can become Patreon supporters, even if it's at a dollar level, we're super stoked, man. If you become a Patreon supporter in the month of November, you will get discounts on Kamp Kenan hats and Kamp Kenan shirts. If you become a Patreon supporter at the $8 level or above, you will get an autograph card sent to you before Christmas. Just make sure it's before December 15th so we can get that to you. I signed a bunch of cards myself, drew a few wacky pictures on some of them. So that's out there too. So definitely become a Patreon supporter. It really helps keep us going. Also, I want to send a shout out right now on here. Jonas Waheim has contributed to us, and we appreciate it. And he asked, "Hey Kenan, here's some support from Sweden. We all know you're a reptile fan, but what are your thoughts about birds? I've been looking into different pets lately." Is that what it says? Pets? Let me see. Pets lately. Is there more? Goodness gracious, I missed it. Okay, parrots lately. Keep up the good work, my dude. All right. Well, Jonas, I love birds. I love all animals. Birds are dinosaurs to me. They are just shrunken down dinosaurs. They're incredible. The parrots, I don't know a great deal about, but my good friend Anthony Furlong, whom you have seen in my shows, is definitely a parrot expert. He has bred them with his mom. He has sold babies. The thing about parrots is they're long-lived. Depending on the species, they can be a little bit labor-intensive, but they're also social animals, and they need that human companionship. You're talking about animals that live in flocks, right? So when you don't have a flock, they imprint on the human, so it's very tough to move away or go on vacation because sometimes the birds will pluck and become nervous wrecks. So you got to make sure you're in for the commitment, you're ready to have a parrot, and you're ready to stimulate it because it's a big-brained animal. There's a lot of information up there. Dylan Cloud 97 just gave us $2. Thank you so much. And he says, thanks for all the work I do. Thank you. It's really you guys. You guys are helping me do this work. You know, everything that we make at Kamp Kenan goes back into the camp, goes back into our travel. We promise you that. I'm not driving around in a Maserati or any kind of sports car. I don't care about that. You know, the money I made in the past in television went into buying this house. And so we are now trying to just do fun things for the rest of our lives. Fun things plus saving animals and building habitats for animals and teaching you how to build those habitats. That's all coming up. So going back to, so thanks, Dylan Cloud 97. Totally appreciate it. So guys, I got to tell you, man, such a great week. When you go to the Turtle and Tortoise Preservation Group meeting, not only do you get information, but you meet new people. And I met a really interesting guy. His name is Greg Whitstock. He is the pond guy. And I want you guys to start checking out his YouTube channel. I'm going to be helping him build up his YouTube channel because he and I are going to collaborate on many different projects. As you know, I love building, right? You know, I use cement to build. Well, he actually owns the nation and the world's largest aquaculture company. It's called Aquascapes. So you got to check it out. If you go on and check out Aquascapes online and then go on YouTube and check out his Aquascapes YouTube channel, plus he's starting another one. Oh, what's it called? The Pond. Oh, I don't remember, but it will be coming out soon. I don't want to give you the wrong one. But we're going to be doing collabs. He's actually going to come out here in January. We're going to build a pond right here with liner and a waterfall for some new species of aquatic turtles. We're going to go through the entire process and document it, and you can actually use his materials to build your own ponds. They're inexpensive. They're good, from filters, from the UV sterilizers to food to liner, everything you can get at Aquascape. So I'm really excited about this collaboration. Really cool dude. Plus, we have a surprise collaboration. I can't say anything about it yet, but let's just say I'm going to Los Angeles in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to be doing a really big collab with a huge YouTuber. So it's going to be exciting. You guys are going to be pumped. So there you go. Who else is out there? Let's see. Let's get to a question. Adam, do I like fish as a pet? Sure. I used to have an Oscar as a pet fish. I liked him. He actually lived with a big snapping turtle of mine, and he never got eaten. So that was pretty cool. I love fish. I love any animal, man. It's so cool to see them in their habitat, you know? Let's see, what other questions do we have here? Kobe jokes. Coming to Kentucky anytime soon, Kenan? Not planned, but I've been to Kentucky many times. I've been to Lexington. I've been to Louisville. And I love the Bluegrass State. I love Kentucky. So I might get back up there again sometime soon, you know? Yeah, man, Clash with the Devil. What do you mean show some love to turtles? What are you talking about? I love turtles. I got a huge pond, tons of ponds filled with turtles. I'm just going to keep adding to that. I love building ponds. So, man, once I learn how to build the ponds the way he builds them, and he makes it super easy, the sky is the limit, guys. I am going to go pond crazy. Different walkways, different bridges over them, different animals, fencing. You're going to see this place evolve. It's really exciting. So, you know, I can't thank you all enough for your support, because it's enabling us to build these things and then show you guys how you can do it at home. So I'm really excited. Tan Sky, can I get a Komodo dragon and a saltwater crocodile, please? Well, Kyle already has saltwater crocodiles, and yes, we are working on getting a Komodo dragon. We got some big news coming out. Kyle and I are working together. Once Kyle gets his new home all situated, gets his business up and running, a new business he's starting, he and I are going to focus on a reptile sanctuary right here in Jupiter, where you guys can come visit and get a private guided tour. It's going to be sick. I cannot wait. Let's see. Oh, you say Klein Azel says he wants a Thanksgiving feeding special. I don't think I have the time, man. I'll be feeding me, and that's going to be really special. The tortoises all ate yesterday because I knew I had to do this today, and I knew I'd be visiting with family later in the afternoon. But hey, let me show you what I got going on, man. This morning I dug up some eggs from Greek tortoises, and the sick thing is that when I went to put the eggs in the incubator, some of the previous eggs from my Greek tortoises were starting to hatch. So let's show you a little baby Greek tortoise popped on out. This guy just popped out today. Here is a baby Greek tortoise. Pretty excited. I hope you guys like him. This is just the dominant species, Ibera. And you can tell it's a Greek tortoise. You see his hiney on either side of his tail. He's got little tiny spurs. And that's how you know it's a Greek and not a Hermann's. And also the Greeks don't have the keratinous horn on their tail, whereas Hermann's are going to have that little rough horn or a bony keratin formed horn. How cool is that, huh? Loving it, man. So there they are. Really cool little baby Greek. He's still kind of got the shape of the shell. So I'm going to raise him up for a couple of, sorry, I pronounced your name wrong. I really do apologize. Write it out phonetically and I'll see if I can check it out. Let's see. Do not feed your tortoises corn, Tan Sky. Corn is no good, and the only kind of lettuce I recommend is your green leaf or romaine lettuce, okay? That's the best stuff. Thomas Bannon, what's up? There's your shout out, buddy. So how cool, right? Pretty awesome. We got baby Greek tortoise. Thought you guys would like to see this. I like showing you what's happening in the camp. So this little dude just hatched. And then just while I was gone in Arizona, the leopard tortoises started to hatch. So we've got ourselves some leopard tortoises popping on out too. Look at this guy. This guy came right out, ready to eat. He's hanging out with some of the older tortoises and doing extremely well. I love seeing this. So cool. These little guys are awesome. You can see the beautiful design. All right, there's how baby leopard tortoise looks. His yolk sacs being absorbed. Very cool, very cool. These guys will be for sale. Just give me a couple of weeks. They're $150 plus shipping. And if you're interested in baby leopards, you got to email me at kampkenan@gmail.com and put "I want baby tortoises" in the subject, and I will send you back the price list and the directions on how you can order one. So there he is, little baby leopard. The other thing I wanted to show you, we got all sorts of fun little stories. I was mowing the lawn before I went to Arizona, and I almost ran over this beautiful baby. Look at this little baby redfoot. This guy hatched out in the ground, incubated and hatched out in the ground, and then wandered over into my front yard. He was able to slide through the fence, and this little dude, I caught him, got him right before he got ran over. I'm always looking down, paying attention to what I'm doing, because I don't like to even hit lizards or little frogs when I mow the lawn. And luckily, I don't have much of a lawn to mow, only one area. So this little dude was eating weeds. Look at how big and bright his eyes are. That's what you want. You want big, bright, clear eyes, clear nostrils. How cool is that? Baby redfoot tortoise, pretty shell. So these guys are all for sale. These are $125 plus shipping. Again, go to kampkenan@gmail.com and you'll go ahead and put in the subject that you're looking to buy a baby tortoise, and I'll send you the instructions on how to know. Well, Spencer's Adventures, if one did get out of my yard and I never found it, what would happen is the first cold snap, these guys probably wouldn't make it. But they could survive a long time here. They can live a long time, and then eventually someone would find it and pull it out of nature. They can't survive long term here in Florida without the intervention of human beings. But I just wanted to show you some of the animals that I had going on here, the new things happening here at Kamp Kenan. Now let's get to some questions here. Let's get to our Kamp Kenan questions. What's the best place to get an albadabra tortoise? Go to Florida Iguana and Tortoise Farm and talk to Sam Pescucci. That's where I would get my aldabras from Sam Pescucci at Florida Iguana and Tortoise Breeders or Farm. Google it. You'll see it. All right. My favorite reptile? Probably crocodiles, alligators, turtles, tortoises, snakes, and lizards. Those are my favorite reptiles. What else? Favorite star tortoise food? Oh man, Anshuman Walvikar. Favorite, well, I like romaine lettuce, Missouri tortoise diet, yellow squash shredded up, carrots shredded up, hibiscus leaves, mulberry leaves, different weeds you find in the grasses, as long as they're not fertilized, different grasses. They also eat small amount of fruit, a little bit of watermelon, some cantaloupe. You want to feed them Zumed grassland tortoise diet. Those are some of my favorite foods. So that's good stuff. What do I think of the Sphenodon or the Tuatara? The Dab Tab. I love them. I actually had an opportunity many years ago. I have a friend, Brett Baldwin, and Brett Baldwin is one of the big wigs at the Reptile House at the San Diego Zoo. And the San Diego Zoo has off exhibit a large building that is climate controlled, where it's cooled down for a colony of Tuatara. And I got to see Tuatara. I actually got to hold a Tuatara. It was incredible, man. This was before I was doing my Kamp Kenan series, so I wasn't able to take any video of it. But man, the Sphenodon, they're a living fossil. They're incredible. The Tuatara, one of my favorite animals. Tom and I have talked about wanting to get to New Zealand, to get out to that place, to see the Tuatara in its natural habitat and talk with biologists that work with them. I think that would be an incredible episode. We're planning on going to Australia at the end of next year, so maybe we can get on over to good old New Zealand and head over to Middle Earth, man. Clash with the Devil, I see you, man. You want a red-eared slider guide? No worries, we'll get on that. One day we'll have one. The thing about the red-eared slider guide is it's almost the same as every other water turtle, man. Got to be honest. How do I protect my little turtle from rats? Well, I have cats to eat the rats, and my little turtles are put in completely enclosed areas where rats can't get. Luckily, I don't have a real rat problem. So there you go. Let's see. Just wanted to come on and wish you a wonderful Thanksgiving. This is Dream Gene Exotic Reptiles. I had to change my screen to match the new 3D ads and upcoming 3D website. Former screen name, Albino Red-eared Slider. All right, Dream Gene Exotic Reptiles, thanks so much for your shout out and your wishes. I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving, and I hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving. It's awesome you're all on here. Are you guys watching the parade right now? I used to do that when I was a kid. Let's see who else is out here. Eco Turtle, I'm shouting you out, dude. Let's see. If captive tortoises got loose, would it destroy the native ecosystem? Tortoise King asked a question. No, because number one, they are actually, they wouldn't survive in this habitat, the ones that I keep. But if they met up with the gopher tortoise, they could outcompete them for food. They could also get them sick if they mixed in. Most of the time, though, gopher tortoises could get exotic tortoises sick and kill them. But yeah, you never want an animal to get out into the habitat. Luckily, this animal was in my yard still, and the barrier, I know where he got through. It comes into the yard, not out of my yard. I've never had an animal escape from my yard, but they do get into my yard from time to time. So I'm going to have to baby-proof some of the enclosure. I know exactly where he got out. Let's see, what else is on here? You need a Triprocatus, a giant musk turtle, Greg Brasher. Yeah, sure, why not? They're pretty fun. We actually watched, was it Stefan? Stefan gave a really good talk about the Stereotypus, which was, it's related to, you know, Triprocatus. So it was pretty cool, man. I like them turtles. They're powerful. Let's see. What are some tips for tortoise tables, and what do I prefer better for Greek tortoises or Hermans? They're both the same, in my opinion, Greek or Hermans. They're both incredible. I have Hermans here. I have Greeks here. I've hatched both out, so they're both exactly the same care. Minor differences, but mostly it's a similar animal. I like tortoise tables. The best tip I can give you is to Google tortoise table and look at the different ideas. I like tortoise tables where you can put a screen on them so you can wheel them outdoors so they can get natural sunlight. That's about the tip I got for you. Let's see. Who else? Eco Turtle and anyone out there, if you're looking to buy one of my tortoises, go to kampkenan@gmail.com. You're going to email me there. You're going to put in the subject line, looking to buy a tortoise. I'll send you the price list. Don't have a lot right now. A couple guys hatching right now. Come January and on, January into the summer, lots of turtles available here at Kamp Kenan, okay? What was my dream when I was a child? Tan sky. My dream was to be doing this, to have a backyard filled with reptiles, to be able to educate people about reptiles, to travel the world looking for reptiles. So we're building that dream. Dreams can come true if you work towards them. And sometimes your dreams actually take on a life of their own where you didn't think that you would enjoy so much the direction your life goes. I always thought I'd be doing a TV show. More happy doing what I'm doing now with you guys. I get to talk back with you, I get to hang out with you, and I get to put out the content that I want and that you want. Not some reality TV show nonsense. We're learning about these animals, and I'm showing you everything. We're a real reality show. Take, for example, this week's episode with the Sulcata. It was such an incredible episode because we didn't expect to see a hurt animal. We were just walking around getting a tour. Next thing you know, boom, we have an injured animal and we spring into action. There would be no way Bob would have been able to pull that animal out had he been alone. So it was good we were there. We got the animal out. We helped it out. And I can share with you guys some information. My nice hat's just in the other room. I got a nice haircut that I was pretty stoked on, so I'm showing off my haircut. Anyway, we got, and quickly guys, if you become Patreon supporters in the month of November, you get some discounts on our Kamp Kenan hats and our Kamp Kenan t-shirts. So all you got to go is to the Kamp Kenan store. After you become a Patreon supporter, you're going to get a code and it'll save you some money. So do that because November is running out. And also, if you become a Patreon supporter, you are going to get yourself at the $8 level or above, you will get an autographed card that we're going to mail to you. It's a really cool shot of me in the water with the Morlet's crocodile. So check that out, patreon.com/Kamp Kenan. But I want to show you guys some pictures of Bob. Bob sent me these photos as an update. The animal is still kind of hurt, but it is still alive. But they found out that the wound was deeper than we initially thought. So I want you guys to check this out. I'm going to go onto my FaceTime camera, and I'm going to just hold this up to the camera, and you'll be able to see some photos that Bob gave me. Now, number one, the white cream, that's Silvadine cream. So he's been cleaning the wound and putting Silvadine, and we got this coupling for PVC to keep him from closing up. There's the wound with Silvadine on it. Again, another shot of the wound, and he has put some paper towel in there as a packing, some surgical towel, and you soak it in the Silvadine, and that keeps the maggots out. But there's the wound. You see it's separated from the top of the shell. So there's the wound, and if you can stick your fingers right into his body. So difficult to get this to heal because it's so hard to stitch it. There's no way to really stitch it. But they pulled that out. That's the packing to keep the wound secured, and then you can see where the wound has been split. Okay, so that's where the other tortoise got his gular projections in there and split the tortoise. So there it is, packing it with fresh Silvadine, putting fresh Silvadine in, and that's the last shot. So it's a labor-intensive wound. It's a bad wound. I'll let you know how the tortoise does. Hopefully it's a happy ending. I don't know, but the tortoise has a lot of weight and is really healthy. So hopefully he'll be able to overcome it. They're giving him antibiotics, trying to keep his system strong. So that's the major thing, is the concern for having a secondary infection that goes systematic throughout his entire body, and that could be terrible. So I think we caught it real early. We're real happy about it, but again, guys, it's kind of a bummer. Let's see. Be nice to everybody. Heather Burke is a pal of mine. All right, so I want Nesta Bradley to be nice. I don't know what's going on. I like friendly people. Let's see. Tall Traveler, what's up, brother? Well, what did I think of the negative comments from the bull riding video? Good question. I thought it was nonsense they were talking. Yeah, listen. So I wanted to talk about the bull riding thing because so many people were like, that was abuse, animal abuse, blah, blah, blah. I had felt the same way. I had gone to a rodeo in January of last year. I was invited to go to a rodeo, and I was behind the scenes and I saw how the bulls were treated. The bulls are the stars of the rodeo, and I was looking at how I always thought they clenched the bull's testicles in some kind of horrific thing, but that's not true. They put a little rope around the belly, they put a rope around the chest, which you hold on to, and the bull bucks because he doesn't want you on him. And the bull always wins. And I saw the bull chase down and, man, mess up a few cowboys. So it was exciting. It's not something that I would do all the time, but I had the opportunity. I wanted to try it out. It was exciting. You heard me. I wanted to make sure the bulls weren't being hurt. My bull was not hurt. I didn't see any animal mistreated. Those bulls, much like the other animals, are basically a livelihood. They're treated well. They're fed well. They are out in the fields most of the day. On Wednesday, they go into that rodeo. They get ridden. They buck a few knuckleheads like myself off of them, and then they go right back home the next day. So I personally didn't have a problem with it. Now, if I saw someone whipping the bulls, if I saw someone prodding the bulls, or if they did anything to the body of the bull, that would have been bad. But you know what, guys? Look, I love animals, but it's fun to ride horses. It's fun to own turtles and tortoises. You know, it's fun to see a rodeo every once in a while or race a horse. As long as the animals are not being beaten or mistreated, then I'm fine with it. I got on it. I weigh 177 pounds. That bull was 2,000 pounds. He did not mind me on his back. And I had a good time. But guys, I'll never do it again. That's it. So there you go. That's my, that is my experience with the bull riding. I had a good time. Once the adrenaline wore off and the fear wore off, it was a lot of fun. But, you know, I just don't get crazy. So there you go, man. You know, it was what it was. Let's see. Colby Gooddale. How big of a yard for a large tortoise, and do I need to cover him in the summer? He is in Arizona. You got to make sure you have some shade, and thank you for your support. You got to make sure you have some shade when you're out in Arizona. It's very hot. So plant mesquite trees, let them get a burrow or create your own burrow or a shed that he can get out of the hot sun. Make sure there's a shaded water dish. And then in the winter, it's going to get cold, so you need a heated shelter. So yeah, you're going to need about, if you have a sulcata tortoise, a large sulcata, you need at least, you know, a 50 by 50 enclosure, okay? So that would be my recommendation. The bigger, the better. Have I met Brian Barczyk? Tan Sky? Yeah, I know Brian. He's a friend of mine. We've done collabs. I've done work with him, and he's been to my house. I like Brian just fine. He does his own thing. I do my thing, but we get along. We're friends. And you never know. We might be hanging out with Brian again real soon. Cloud Jumper Brian, I'm all for animal welfare, but the bull riding video made is educational and fun. The comments on the vid is just horrendous to watch, but it's my choice to post it anyway. Listen, man, I welcome everyone's opinion. I knew that doing that video that I'd have some people get upset with me. And I understand. I understand. But here's my thinking, okay? No matter what we do on this planet, whether when we build a house, when we drive a car, when we wear sneakers, when we manufacture products, we are hurting the environment just for the fact that we're human beings. So you have to kind of look at things as a give and take. I used to hate alligator farming until I went and I met the people that farm alligators. They do more work for conservation than people on YouTube making comments. The reality is, I don't like killing alligators, but without those farms, then people would start hunting our wild animals. And so you have to make choices in life, and sometimes these choices are horrible choices to make. But just the fact that we're human beings on Earth, we're causing a lot of problems. There's no wild left. We need to start raising. There's some people that don't want us to raise turtles or lizards or anything in captivity. And if we stop doing that, these animals disappear. The reality is if these animals don't have some kind of commercial value, people won't care about them. If you say we can't have these animals as pets, people won't breed them anymore. Then you become a criminal for having a turtle. It's just silly. So I love animal welfare. I believe that if you have animals, they need to be treated with respect and cared for. But you know what? Jumping on the back of a bull every once in a while is not hurting the bull. It's just not. It's that simple. It was fun. I had a lot of respect for the cowboys. I learned a lot as I got older. Real hunters, I don't hunt, but real hunters care about conservation. They only take what they can eat. They don't go and kill indiscriminately. Now, if we're talking about trophy hunters, that has no place in my world. If you're killing an elephant for its tusks, you're a moron. Those are incredible animals that deserve to live. If you're killing an animal to eat, different story in my opinion. I know there are vegans out there, and I really applaud you guys. But you guys are still harming the environment too. You know, you got to cut down large swaths of land to make farmland. You're ruining habitat to make farmland. So guys, it is what it is. You know, you'll be banging your head against the wall if you try and do no harm to anyone. Do the best you can. Love animals the best you can. That's what I promote. I try and give education so you guys can raise up these particular animals. That's my story. If you don't like me anymore because I rode a bull, that is your decision, and I respect your decision. But I had a good time. That bull was laughing when it was done, man. He walked right in, no problem. Let's see, what else do we got? Let's see. Oh my gosh, we're almost done here. Happy Thanksgiving for my iguana crew, Wonder Games 777. There's John and Jason Dean and the iguanas, and Equius, the blue iguana. They're all growing so much, and they enjoy watching the show with me. All right, Wonder Games 777. Thanks so much for for hanging out. I hope you appreciate the shout out. Thanks for saying Happy Thanksgiving. Birds can harm baby tortoises, MJS. They certainly can, so be careful. Crows can eat them. Hawks and other animals will eat baby turtles and tortoises. There you go, man. Hey, listen, I think we did a great job today. We answered a lot of questions. We tackled a lot of subjects. I want to say thanks again to the people that that contributed. If you guys like what you're seeing here and you want to help us continue to bring you more and more, go on over to patreon.com/Kamp Kenan. Guys, I'm happy with $1 a month. Thank you so much for your support. Thanks for the support here on the channel. Just want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody. I'm going to get the animals back out in their enclosures. Shut off this thing, and I got to go get breakfast. I have not eaten breakfast yet, and I get low blood sugar, and I turn into a grouch. So I probably need a Snickers or something so I don't go yelling at anybody. All right, everyone, thanks so much for joining me. I'll talk to you all later. Thomas Bannon, hi, goodbye, so long from Godzilla, myself, and the tortoises. We'll see you again next week. Don't forget, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, new episodes Kamp Kenan coming your way. Talk to you soon, everybody. Thank you so much. Talk to you later.